From the rolling fields in the south to the boreal forests in the north, Saskatchewan's food bounty overflows. As an author and journalist, I've spent the last decade tasting the best the province has to offer and telling stories to help us reconnect with our food. I'll take you on a field-to-plate journey to discover our finest ingredients and the people behind it all. Because this isn't just my story, it's Saskatchewan's.
Saskatchewan is a great place for producing honey because we have these huge fields of flowers. If you're driving down the highway and you smell that sweet smell as you go by a field, that's the nectar that's actually evaporating out of the flowers. And while those fields are blooming, we have these huge populations of bees that can fly in long days and put those things together, and you got nice big honey crops. I'm Ian Eaton. I own Good Eatin' Honey with my wife Verna, and we produce the best honey around.
Bees are a vital part of the ecosystem and help make our diverse agricultural bounty possible. Of all Canadian provinces, Saskatchewan produces the second highest amount of honey, up to 23 million pounds a year, and our beekeeping industry is responsible for some of the most flavorful honey you'll ever taste.
So I have about 700 colonies in 14 locations. As a beekeeper, I'm helping bees do what they do naturally. And I just give them the best opportunity to grow fast and then bring it all in and get it all extracted before the cold winter comes along, and then we got to prepare them for the winter because they're not native to this country. They actually were brought in from Europe, so we have to give them a little help to get through our cold winters. One honeybee probably only brings in 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its whole life. And 70% of that is water. So that has to be then dehydrated down to about 18% moisture. Take that one little eye drop and bring it down to a fraction of that. That's actually what's left for honey in the comb. So you can think how many trips it has to make just to make that tiny little bit. So Jen, here's where the honey story starts, with the bees.
Oh my gosh, look at all of them.
So there's actually a few thousand bees in here, but in the middle of the summer, the really strong hives can get up to 100,000 bees in there.
Wow. And why do you use the smoke?
The main reason is to make sure that the guard bees are calmed down, and so they don't come out and attack us.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there's the queen.
Where, which one?
Tell me when you see her.
It's like, where's Waldo?
Blue one. That's her. You found her.
Oh my gosh.
A little blue dot on her.
Look at her.
Meaning
she's a lot bigger.
The reason she's bigger is her whole rear end there is full of eggs, so that she can lay up to 2,000 eggs in one day. And she'll be laying several a minute.
Wow.
If you can see here, there's a little bee coming out of its cell. It's actually chewing its way out, and there's little young nurse bees ready to feed it.
Oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing.
Everybody here has a job. They're all doing something. The very, very young ones, the first thing they do is just help keep the brood warm. This is all pollen around the outside from different flower sources. The bees will take that and feed it to their young. And the queen, she gets a special food. She gets royal jelly. And that's from the pharyngeal glands of the young bees.
Oh, they're mesmerizing.
And really, they're very tame. I can
look.
I can lift them right up with my finger like that.
Oh.
There's thousands of different insects out there that all have something to do with honey and pollinating, but it's only the honeybee that actually makes so much excess honey. So you've seen the bees. Now we'll go see what they've done. We've got the honey in the honey house. We'll do some extracting.
Okay. The honey house at Good Eatin' Honey is where Ian brings in all the frames from the hives and extracts the honey.
So we start by putting a frame onto here. And here's your uncapping scratcher.
Okay, so we're taking off
So we want to take, I want to take off the cappings.
Okay.
So that we can expose the honey so that it can actually fly out of the frame when it gets spun out. When the bees bring in the honey, it's actually not honey yet, it's nectar, and it goes into their special honey stomach. They have these glands that actually add enzymes to the nectar, which is actually what becomes honey then.
And how long does it take the bees to fill up one of these frames?
You know, they are amazing. One year they put 50 pounds of honey in the hive in one day. So that's more than a whole box. That's more than 9 frames of honey.
In one day?
In one day. All right, now we got a whole conveyor full so we can get them all pushed together. Now those are all gonna come tight together. First thing, we need to push up the hood.
Fancy!
Here we go.
Like this fast?
Yeah, 30 frames
go.
coming in. So now we are gonna spin this. And away we go.
Woo! Look at that.
Ooh, it's starting to come out already.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got the frames all extracted. We've got the honey in the sump, coming up the pipe, and now we're gonna fill a barrel.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay, Jen, you want the honors?
Yes.
Open up the valve.
Okay. Ooh.
Pure gold.
I love honey. It's my favorite.
You can imagine the number of bees that had to
No kidding.
travel to make all this honey. Go down, 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 shut her off all the way. There we go. So we're gonna put the lid on.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I see.
And that
It's
is now
locked up tight.
set
Yeah.
for shipping.
Thousands of insects help pollinate plants and food crops, but it's only the honeybee that makes an excess of honey. Beekeepers like Ian manage the colonies in order to get that delicious honey from the hive to your kitchen.
Every culture has its own historical, traditional alcohol. The genesis of those things are lost in time. There's no historical record of it at all. But the concept of accidentally producing alcohol from honey is very compelling because it is very, very easy. All you need is for your honey to get wet. There's always wild yeast on honey, so the slightest bit of moisture to dissolve the sugars in the honey, the right temperature is all you need for that yeast to start doing its thing and creating, happy juice. So, my name is Crystal Milburn. I'm one of the owners at Prairie Bee Meadery. I'm partners in the business with my parents and my husband. What we do is we work with all Saskatchewan honey. So our main fermentable is honey, and that is all produced locally. The flavors are just so lovely, so delicate, and they translate really, really well into the wine. Through the fermentation process, we keep some of those nice floral flavors without the intense sweetness, so you get that lovely, that taste of Saskatchewan. You can tell the difference between grapes grown in California and grapes grown in France. It's the same thing. Honey produced in Saskatchewan is going to have a different flavor from the honey produced in Alberta or Manitoba or down in the States. And those flavors are what make it special and unique.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Jen. What are we tasting? Well, I've got 3 for you to try this morning. So we're gonna start with our traditional bee. It's very simple. All that's in it is honey, water, and of course the yeast. Those are the 3 ingredients you need to make mead.
It's so simple.
Yeah, it's very much like a nice, light, crisp little white wine.
Oh, I really like that. Wow. It's definitely not as sweet as I would have imagined.
No, this one is finished off dry. So I have drier wines even than this, and I certainly have sweeter wines. Next, we're gonna try something fruity. This is my Haskap. They're super fruit, right? Lots of antioxidants, lots of vitamin C, grown right here in Saskatchewan. We oak this one as well, so you get those kind of undertones of toasty caramel, which is really, really pretty. When we're sourcing fruit, we start in Saskatchewan, so we start at our own farm.
After that, we kind of go out to other Saskatchewan growers, try to see what we can find locally. But I have had people ask, about doing some more exotic flavors, but my answer is always no. We're doing strictly Canadian grown, so
No pineapple mead here.
no pineapple mead. I do have something new coming down the pipeline.
Do you?
I do. Would you like to come see how it is we do what we do?
I would love to.
You'll have to get changed though.
Okay. Crystal takes me from the storefront to their meadery just outside Moose Jaw to share the process of turning honey into mead.
So what I have here are some barrels of caramelized honey. Instead of raw honey, it's been cooked and caramelized. And a mead made with caramelized honey is called a bochet. So first thing we're gonna do is get our pump hooked up to this tank. This is the one that we'll be working in. And then we're gonna dive in and get sticky. Come on over here to where our honey is located. There we go.
Oh, it smells incredible.
Yeah, so this has been caramelized, so it's, those nice sort of caramelly aromas, and it's very dark. In order to move the honey into the tank, it's gotta be liquid, so it's been warmed, and we're gonna be able to pump it. We need that hose, so I want you to go ahead and grab it.
Okay.
Pop it right in. Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Other hose. Okay, we're gonna hang on to that.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
Cool.
Right now the tank's only about a quarter full, so it needs to be fuller. We have to dilute that honey with a lot more water.
Okay.
So we're gonna start pouring water in, we're gonna turn the pump on, let it mix up, and then we're gonna start doing some tests and see if we need more honey or more water or what's going on. So fermentation is where glucose is transformed into carbon dioxide and ethanol. So all you need to have fermentation is a source of sugar. Honey is sugar. That's what it is. People don't like it when I say that yeast eat sugar and excrete alcohol, but that's basically the truth. Those are our magic little friends in there doing what they do. So we're gonna let them alone. We're gonna watch temperature on this and make sure that it's within the right range before we pitch it into the tank. We don't want to shock the yeast. It can kill them if they change temperatures too quickly. So I'll probably start feeding it in about half an hour. So I'm gonna get you to pitch the yeast. What you're gonna do is just a nice slow pour in one spot.
The yeast like to stay all together.
They do, they're like a little family.
And the party begins.
Yes,
Woo.
ready to feast, so we're done.
Okay, so we're all done?
That's it, that's the last step.
Wow, Crystal, I have a much greater appreciation for what goes into making mead now.
It's a lot of steps. So the yeast are gonna do their job. They'll be at it for a few weeks, and then I've got some more work to do, and then I'll send you a bottle in a couple months.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Making mead is relatively simple, just yeast, honey, and water. Yet it takes skill, time, and precision to balance the sweetness and floral notes of Saskatchewan honey.
I was born in India and I lived in Mumbai most of my life. Yeah, the food scene in India it's so different. I still can't cook like my mom. My mom would use vinegar, and the combination of vinegar with spices really brings out the aromas. And I could smell it 2 blocks away. So I know what the menu is gonna be, or at least I would guess. It's so different. I miss it. And it's fresh. Everything is fresh, right? So I was fascinated with food. I love food. So that's where it all started. I'm a gypsy, so every time I learn something and I think I've contributed enough, I would move on. The first 7 years I lived in the Persian Gulf. And then I got an opportunity on the cruise ships. We did the Caribbean, Mexico, North America. And then I was offered an opportunity to go to school in US. I joined a master's program. In the process, I met some very good chefs, worked in New York, New Jersey. My immigration process was taking too long. So the idea was to come to Canada, do my stamping, and go back to New York. But once I came, I fell in love with it. And the rest is history. My name is Milton DeBello. I own Sky Cafe and Bistro with my wife, Louise. I like the balance of ingredients, the balance of flavors. Honey is a big part of it, but that was how I was taught as well. Our curries are spicy. Everything that is spicy, you add a little bit of honey, it neutralizes the dish, or it gives it a complete different blend. and honey is a beautiful balance to it. It balances the acid, it brings out the aromas. There is a spring honey, there's a fall honey. I love the spring honey. It's much more clearer. You can actually taste the flowers. I glaze my fish with it, with chili and lemon. I use honey in braising my carrots. The color that it gives, the texture that it gives, brilliant. I love it. And it takes it to a completely different level. And keeping it as organic as possible, it's working.
This is really cool. I get to be in your kitchen with you, Chef Milton, and you're gonna teach me how to make one of your signature salads, right? What are we making?
This is my favorite salad. It's cucumber wrapped baby greens. We're gonna put some mango, pears, and some mint. So what I normally do is I start this way, Jen.
And so now to make the wrap, I'm laying them out? And
Laying them out, you can do 5 or 6.
We've got all this beautiful, fresh garden produce, right?
And it's gluten-free.
Oh, perfect.
And then I put mango. So this gives the sweetness to it. Then you roll these guys.
Thank you, Chef.
Brilliant, yeah. And now you just roll
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Perfect, that's beautiful. No, that is perfect. Yeah. Then all you do is, Jen, if you cut this guy from the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
All these layers, I shingle them. So and look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it is. All those colors.
Now we can make the dressing. So, Jen, we use 2 parts of oil to 1 part of honey.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'll quickly get some orange zest.
So why do you like using the honey in this dressing?
Honey just makes it right. I mean, it gives the sweetness to it, plus it gives the body, and it helps in thickening up the dressing. Half an orange, lemon. So this gives the acid, and then all you do is add that, Jen.
Oh, look at that color.
Yeah, it really pops, eh? A little bit of mustard,
This is your homemade mustard, right?
a pickled mustard, yes.
And I get to shake it up?
Yep. It's so easy to make, you know?
So easy. Okay. Looks good.
And now the test, you have to taste it.
Oh, I get to
See
taste
if you
it?
like it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Milton.
It's fresh, right? Yeah. So then we put a little bit on the salad. That's a cucumber wrap salad.
It's so simple.
Yeah, it is. I've been in Canada since 2004, and I travel coast to coast. I worked with Fairmont hotels, I worked with the Westin hotels. I enjoyed the role of being a hotel chef, wearing a fancy hat and, you know, keeping a nice crisp white jacket. But once you put the tick marks, then you start seeing what is more important. And when we opened the restaurant, it made everything right. The intention was always there to have our own place where we would do seed to plate, we would do pottery and, you know, finally live. We started with this concept of 5 elements on each plate, 5 textures, 5 colors, 5 flavors. Because us cooks are notorious. You give us 5 seconds and we put 5 more things that are not required and distort the flavor. Honey worldwide, it doesn't taste like the honey here in Saskatchewan. I want people to experience it. So I bring out this 2-3 different spoons so they taste the difference between the 2 or 3 honeys. And really it blows their mind. They have never looked at it that way. So it's fun, you know, it's like the experience and I won't say educating, but it's just making people aware of what actually goes in our food.
Honey is a versatile kitchen staple for Chef Milton. It's his favorite way to add sweetness and body or to balance heat and acidity in everything from salads and entrees to desserts.
So honey is the theme today, and I've used honey in most of the preparation. Starting with the trout, I've put honey, lemon, chili. We got cucumber wrapped baby greens with mango, pears, and peppers. And we have, of course, pork belly. That I put apple and honey again. So yeah, enjoy.
Amazing.
And I'm going to join you.
Okay, Chef, where do we begin?
The fish should be the best. So start and enjoy.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Presentation is absolutely fabulous.
Isn't this beautiful?
It smells so good.
So Milton and Louise have lived and cooked all over the world. And then you bring all these flavors to Regina.
Now, we are lucky to be here 10 years in Saskatchewan.
Is this a fork salad or a finger salad?
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And so this is your first time at Sky?
Yes, I have never been here before. So what a wonderful, wonderful introduction to it. This is amazing.
So you get to discover their restaurant. They're discovering your mead.
That's right.
We need the honey man in the middle.
I love the different tastes of honey as the season changes.
The first batch in spring, you can really taste the flowers. That's our favorite.
Yeah.
Caragana honey we get here, and dandelion honey.
Dandelion honey, yes.
On a mass scale, we produce mostly the white, mild honeys that everyone in the world loves.
Because the commercial honey is quite different than the smaller artisanal batches. Yeah.
It's like tasting wine, right?
Well, that's the thing people tend not to realize about mead. Mead is as diverse as wine is. So you can be as unique as an area of France in terms of champagne and things like that because of the way that honey comes out from the local flowers or whatever that looks like.
We want to know where it comes from, how it's grown, and then, of course, I've got the biggest critic who lives with me. So, yeah, that's a compliment, Mama.
I like that you call her mama. It's so cute.
Well, he used to call me honey, right, honey?
So when I was at Crystal's, she taught me how to make a boucher. Did I say that right?
You did, yes. So a boucher is a mead that you make with caramelized honey.
And this is the first time you've done that?
Yes.
So you make a huge batch very first time.
Well, yeah, I was
That's
gonna,
pretty brave.
I was gonna do small trial batch, but then I was like, man, just whatever, just do it. So
Good for you.
Well, Milton and Louise, thank you for inviting us in for dinner and making this Saskatchewan feast. It was such an honor.
It's our pleasure.
No, it's a joy. Thank you.
Well, you know what? Most meals end with a nice sweet. So how about some sweet honey on this beautiful bread you've made?
I like this idea. Yeah, me too.
You're right in there, I see.
oh yeah, no waiting for